What's going on, YouTube? Mike the Fit Prince back with another episode of this series with the problem that I have with sports. And if you guys hear any music in the background, that is my brother playing his music back there. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to make sure you guys know and let YouTube know that I do not own the rights to this music. This is not my music. I am not playing it. I do not own any rights to the music that you hear in the video. So I wanted to make that clear at the very jump so that no one jumps me. But anyway, guys, today we will be getting into part two of our series regarding the problem that I have with sports, and we're going into the repercussions mentally, the mental health aspect of yeah, 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 yeah. The mental health aspect of sports. Now, let's see. Let's share our screen because I didn't get a chance today to. Well, I didn't. I just haven't been writing down the notes for my video for today. I didn't get the chance to write down the notes. I probably had a chance, I just didn't do it. I did write down the notes for the last video, but so I'm just gonna go off of what I kind of looked up and not make this video too long. We don't want to make this series too long for you guys. So let's go ahead and share the screen here and get right. Shall we? Shall we get right? You know? So we're going to the AI overview again. So let's see here. Sports, like we've already covered, have positive and negative effects on mental health. Athletes can face unique stressors that increase their risk of mental health conditions, which includes, of course, injuries, retirement, individual sports, team sports, pressure, balancing all these responsibilities that especially student athletes have, you know. So when we're going into like the aspects of, oh, I didn't see that background there. You know what? But we're gonna keep it. That's all good. That's all good. We'll keep that background there. Let's see. Injuries. So I mean, yeah, mentally you can definitely develop a lot of mental stress and mental disorders like depression, anxiety, and things of that nature due to injuries. So and what this leads to is substance abuse, eating disorders. You start to treat your body like it's nothing because of an injury. You feel as if now the injury has taken away everything that you ever known. So now you have depression. You're feeling down. You just you don't know when you're gonna get back in there. You don't know when you're gonna be able to do the thing you love to do again. It's the anxiety. You're anxious to get back out there as well. So retirement. Let's see what retirement does, right? Retirement. People can actually lose their identity through these things because they've identified themselves through the sports that they play. The sports that they play pretty much make up their life. They've been doing this for so long, ever since they were a little kid. And now you have an identity crisis or something. I don't know what you would call it. But you feel depressed. The fear of re-injury can happen because now you've retired because maybe you had an injury and you don't want to injure it again. You see, but that doesn't always mean that when you get back out there, you're going to injure yourself again. But it does happen, and it is true that you are more likely to injure yourself once you injured yourself one time. So, in isolation, of course, but depression, anxiety, and things of that nature result in retirement, even from a lot of these sports. When you're individually doing things such as what this will call like certain body aesthetic type of competitions, mental health challenges like body dysmorphia, or disordered eating can also come about when individuals are participating in sports that just deal with themselves, especially in the bodybuilding atmosphere. Body dysmorphia is definitely something that I think I struggle with that as well. I think I struggle with body dysmorphia, but nevertheless, you just have to understand that your body, you need it to be healthy, right? Other people are gonna see your body and they're gonna have their different opinions. They're gonna have like, oh, well, you're not that big. Oh, well, you big as heck, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, hey, look, you have this, that, and the other. You got this going on, that going on, man. So people have their different opinions, and people kind of a lot of individuals make assumptions and base their opinions about themselves based on others. That's not really that healthy, though. Team sports create competition amongst the teammates. Inadequacy tends to spring up because now you feel as if you're inadequate. You feel as if since you're not doing this, you feel like you're not a part of the team. What does the Bible say about this? See, I'm a biblical man, guys. Y'all don't know we got to tie this in with the scriptures. The scriptures even tell you that the body of Christ, those believers who are part of the body, all have their value. Their value is placed in whatever position that the Holy Spirit has given them. So the Holy Spirit gives them any gifts. We all have different functions. We all are different members, but we are a part of the same body. We are one. So male and female, slave or free, Jew and Gentile, we all have different functions in the body, but we don't have the same office, and we're part of the same body. We all have an important part to play. So team sports, this is a team effort too, which with one leader, the head. We cannot all not all of us are the head. Not all of us can be leaders. Not all of us, none of us are the head anyway. Christ is the head of the church, but we have to understand that when it comes to the sports aspect on this physical plane here, teams have a head coach. So he's the head and he's the one who's going to be looked at as the one carrying the team. So he's carrying the team, but amongst the teammates, amongst the people are a, that are a part of the team, competition happens. This happens. This is literally what people see in especially football. Like say you have a football team or a basketball team, the head coach, he has his players, his team, everybody's teammates. But inadequacy, your mind is feeling inadequate because you're not the point guard, but you're the center. You're not the wide receiver because you're the offensive lineman. And I mean, you feel inadequate and you feel like your position does not contribute, which it does, because the head coach needs you somewhere that is going to help him. See, it's not about you. So those different things, this also kind of makes it about you. You feel inadequate. It's all about how you feel and how inadequate you feel. Like, no, 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 no. You are put in a position to help the coach. But that's one thing that sports can also definitely play a role in when it comes to mental health. The pressure from the coaches, the fans, the teammates. I had a lot of this, man, because you see, my mind was not prepped for football. I don't know if I told you guys that already, but my mindset and the way I am, it's just not in me to be a part of like an organized team. I mean, it's not that I can't be a part of a team. It's not that I'm not capable or able. It's just my mind, the pressure and everything. It used to get to me, from the fans, from the coaches and everything like that. And the pressure and like the hey, like just the pressure to get to perform, like it says, the pressure to perform. So and you put a lot of pressure on yourself as well. See, the pressure kind of gives your mind more things to think about and worry about when it should be at ease. When you should definitely focus on performing, but you got to make sure that you tune out what other people's opinions and what other people's thoughts are about you and focus on what you have to do, you see? Because the coach is going to have his opinions, the fans, the teammates, so we have to definitely free ourselves from these things if you guys are in these competitive sports because there's a mental toll that it's going to take on you, balancing responsibilities, especially, when you are a student athlete, right? So other commitments that you have in life, you got to balance with the sport. That can take a mental toll on you as well. It can drain you mentally, right? So, but we also know that physical activity and these things can have positive effects on mental health, improving mood, self-esteem, reducing stress, even reduce stress, anxiety, depression. Even that's why when people go to the gym or when people go out and run and put their bodies through some stress, put their bodies through some stress, it kind of relieves them of the mind, mental stress. It improves their mood and it makes them feel more self-confident. It definitely gives them a level of confidence because now they've accomplished something that was hard. They've gotten through adversity, a certain level of adversity, right? And then it reduces anxiety as well, also. So, but there's other negative, and I'm focusing on the negative because we have to, because the majority of people out here are enamored with sports, are enamored with all these things. They want to be entertained by it. Everybody want to put their children through it, but we have to teach these things and really take this into consideration. Like, is this something that we have to do to try to fit in and get other people's approval and things of that nature, so other people can look at us and be like, "Yeah, I put my son through this. I put my daughter through this, that, and the other." A lot of it, like I said, it's not that physical activity and putting your children and doing activities that require physical training and exercise is not that's not bad. I'm not speaking against that. But you have to be smart. You have to be smart. One thing I wanted to point out in this list right here, what are the negatives of sports? The psychological pressure of performance, that's what we just mentioned. That's very key, guys. Psychological performance, the psychological pressure of performance is very key because now you're trying to please somebody instead of trying to please yourself. There's nothing wrong with pleasing people, but when it gets to a point where you're so pressured that it almost makes you inadequate to play the sport, now you're just trying to please out of the coaches, the fans, the teammates, please other people. They're gonna have their opinions. But what you have to understand is your opinion matters too. You have an opinion as well. You have, and opinions are opinions. Opinions can change things of nature. Opinions can be false, but don't let the pressure overcome you to the point where you can't do, where you feel so unconfident. And it's coming from outside influence. It's not even coming from you. It's not so much as from other people. So competition and results related anxiety. The results that you get, man, they're gonna tear you down because why? The results that you get, they're gonna tear you down because you feel you didn't do good enough. You didn't do good enough, right? Your results and other people didn't feel like you did good enough. Oh man, you slow. Oh man, your stats are low, man. Oh, what is that and the other? See, I mean, those things can kind of give you those things can give you anxiety. Now you're under pressure, and that can lead to depression, right? And this is kind of the downfalls of a lot of competition, right? Depression related to failure or injury. You're injured, now you're depressed because you can't get back to the sport that you love. Failure. When you fail, now you're beating yourself up. Now you're down because you feel like a failure. You feel like you just dropped the ball. Nah, bruh. You know, those things can definitely hurt you mentally. Failure sometimes can be a good thing, but we don't want that. We don't want these things. Even if you do fail, you want to learn from your failures. You may not want to look at them as failures. You want to maybe look at them as a lesson and learn from it. Let's see. There was something else that I wanted to point out as well from WebMD here. I just wanted to read this. It's benefits of sports for mental health. Was it from WebMD? see. Definitely, the positives can definitely clear your mind. You know, it can definitely give you some time from away from distractions. Right. Wow. Man, this is interesting too. Like, wow. Athletes under intense pressure, they often face unrealistic expectations from coaches, fans, teammates, and even themselves. Now you've put your expectations so high that you're not able to reach these. Coaches do this. I think coaches do this a lot. Teammates definitely do this. Fans definitely do this, but they don't know you. They don't know what you go through. They don't know how you work. They don't know you. They don't know how you're gonna you operate under these conditions, unrealistic expectations, and you respect the coach as well. So you definitely want to achieve this. You want to get up there, but it's almost like take for example Christ, because he sets us on a higher level, on a higher bar. There's a higher way of living when it comes to Christ. So even here, when the coach represents Christ, he's putting unrealistic expectations on you that you feel as if they're unrealistic, but you feel as if you have to attain every single little detail, everything, like take heed to everything and then try to get everything right. You're always gonna fall short. It's to show you that you are striving for that and trying, putting in the effort, but you're gonna fall short. That's just the reality. This is from McLeanHospital.org. Shout out to y'all, man. That's interesting because this happens a lot. And we don't want these things to carry on throughout our lives, guys. We don't want this to do that. So I hope you guys got a little bit out of that. Wanted to share that with you from the mental perspective of sports. Competition is interesting. It does have its mental repercussions, especially when you've moved on from it at later ages. But hey, I'm seeing these things and I'm just kind of being wise with this information. And I want to share it with you guys to I do have a goal and I want to invoke change. We need to change a lot of the ways that we think about these things and we have to be smart. Ooh, man. We definitely have to be smart about competitive sports. We have to be smart about our future with these things. But hey, if you like the video, subscribe, turn your post notifications on so that you're notified when I'm dropping new content. And share the video with your friends, family, associates so that they may receive the value as well. This is Kingdom Fit Productions. Mike the Fit Prince, your host, giving you a mental, physical, and spiritual aspect of the problem I have with sports. 3-part series going on to the third one in the next video. So I want you guys to take care, have a great night, and hey, we'll see y'all in the next one. Holla at y'all later. Peace, 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 and blessings to each and every one of you.